look at that. All right, yeah, I like this setup here too. It looks really good. Got the hats, got the beers, got the Talk and Tackle logo.
Eagle.
Got the eagle, got the MLF trophy. That's your MLF trophy.
That's not my MLF trophy. That should be, give me the eagle, you take the MLF trophy.
No, this is my eagle. We need your
my Bassmaster
Elite Series trophy.
My Bassmaster.
Yeah, you need to go get that from Branson.
I have to have, God, how am I going to get that?
I know, we need that in here. Like, you know how sick that would be just putting that like
Boom,
right
boom.
here?
I got 2 of them.
Yeah, put a boom boom right there.
What we could do is we could fly up there and get it. Oh, are we live? I'm just kidding.
We do need that.
That would be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool.
We really do need those trophies. Right
I got
there.
that $100,000 check too. That big giant check.
Yeah, and put the big giant check up here.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I don't know if we're gonna have to get a bigger camper at this rate.
Man, you know what? We can get one of those around here. I know a few people.
Yeah, we know a few people.
I think there's somebody really like catty corner across the way here. They might, he has the 4 couches there.
Oh.
If we could set the podcast up in there, it'd be pretty cool. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we gonna do the intro or what?
Yeah, we'll do the intro. You want to do the intro? You want me to do the intro? All right.
Hey, you know what? You do the first one, I'll do the second one.
All right, cool.
Go.
Cool, that'll work. All right, everybody. So, welcome to our podcast. This is the On the Hook podcast. I'm Ethan Seitz, and I'm with...
Charlie Weir.
We don't have a good time around here.
We drink a lot.
So we're going to try and start doing these podcasts on a weekly basis, trying to just talk about what's going on out here on Okeechobee. We're currently guiding at a Roland Martin Marine. Got the old campground over here set up. We're doing the podcast inside the camper. It's been a pretty fun week.
So far, we had a little cold front.
A little bit. A little cold front.
Kind of chill.
Chilly.
It's a little chilly. Fishing's been kind of slow.
A little chilly.
But it's picking up. Ethan went out today and caught quite a few. Water temperature's coming up. Earlier this week or last week,
yeah.
It went all the way down to 58 degrees, and then it wouldn't warm up till what was it, by 1:30?
Yeah.
So we wouldn't go out till like 10:30 with clients because they just wouldn't bite. I mean, they didn't want to eat a shiner. I mean, they wouldn't even push a shiner around. And so we decided with clients to go out a little later, and it paid off. We caught probably over 100 bass in 5 days with clients, and it was crazy that with the water temperature being that low and Florida fish, they're so stingy when it gets cold, and they just want to sit there and do nothing. They wouldn't touch artificial. They wouldn't touch live bait. No. I mean, I tried to throw a bare hook. That didn't work either, except for that one catfish.
I remember that catfish.
That catfish ate that bare hook.
Tell that story. Tell the story.
Oh man! So I'm sitting there with client Sherry, and I had my fiance in the boat too. And Sherry wanted her to come out, so I'm sitting there. I'm hooking up shiners, rods, and stuff. And I laid over a rod on the side of the boat as I was hooking another shiner up, and the rod takes off, and I lifted it up and had a catfish, like 3-pound catfish on a bare hook, which I've only seen a couple times. But I mean, we tried. I mean, later on for the next hour and a half, we couldn't catch anything, even with shiners, artificial, nothing. But that darn catfish wanted to eat. That darn catfish definitely wanted to eat. But that was pretty crazy. She couldn't believe it. She said, what, did you put bait on that? I'm like, no, I didn't put anything on it. I go, that's how good I am.
She caught a fish on credit.
Fishing on credit. That's what we call it. No bait, and fishing on credit.
So you got on the topic of shiners and taking out Sherry and stuff. So let's talk about how the guide life is down here on Okeechobee. Let's talk. So when did you get here actually? Like what month did you get here at Roland's?
I got here 4 years ago in November. This year actually I got here in October 5th or 6th and been fishing every day since then. I've taken maybe like since October 5th, maybe 5 or 6 days off the whole time.
Yeah.
2.5 days were this weekend. Sorry, I left you hanging.
I was by myself this whole weekend. I didn't know what to do with my life. I was like, well, what am I going to do? I'm going to sit you in the camper? No, I'm going to go fishing.
Go fishing. Talk to all the old timers around here. Get some info. Get some spots.
You got to get a little bit of info here and there.
Yeah.
A little bit of info don't help. A little bit of info don't hurt, I mean.
Yeah, sometimes it don't help either.
Yeah, it does. Sometimes it does hurt more than it helps.
It hurts, yeah. You're chasing shadows or you're chasing ghosts. Like, they were here last week. I'm like, really? I go there and I come back. Hey, bro, they're not there. You know why? Because they weren't there before. They're not there now. Like, no, they were there. I'm like, they were there. They were 100 yards to the right of where you. Oh, wait a minute. Let me look where your waypoint is. No, you're on the wrong spot, bro. It's over here. I'm like, oh god. How many times have you done that?
Oh, it's a lot. And then what's worse is when somebody tells you where to go catch them at, and you go in there, and then there's like nobody. You're
nobody.
Like, oh, wait a minute.
I got the wrong spot?
I'm chasing geese.
Oh.
I was on a goose.
Geese.
Yeah, they got me on a goose chase.
Goose chase.
I was chasing geese. So
that happens.
So when should you really expect like the guiding, like out here on Okeechobee? When should you really expect trips to start rolling in? Like when if somebody wants to book a trip out here with me or you on Okeechobee, when is the like time to do it? When is this lake in its prime?
Yesterday. No, honestly, we just had that cold front come through. That's what you want in Florida. Other lakes throughout the country, you want the water temperature to come up. In Florida, you want it to come down. It's so hot during the year, those fish will not come in a spawn. They don't want to. I mean, they'll sit there and chase bait all summer long out on the flats, wherever they're at. But for them to come and literally spawn, that temperature has to come down. We got 57s, 58-degree water temperature. I wish it went down to 52 or 53. We'd have a major spawn if we get one more monster cold front. I mean, that would be stupid.
They're pushing heavy.
Dumb stupid. But it's going to push heavy because we're coming up on a full moon. We just had the new moon. They always come on the new moon. They come on the full moon. But this water temperature is starting to rise. Things are starting to happen. You start to see the shad flicking around, the shiners flicking around. The birds are diving. You know, you're starting to see seagulls coming down, they're chasing you all around with your shiners when you're fishing. And then the biggest thing is when you have the pelicans come in, then you know it's on. I haven't seen them yet.
I seen one pelican today. I about smacked it with that big old Phoenix. But yeah, I seen a pelican out there today. I seen one pelican.
If you're in an area with pelicans, you're on the right juice.
My buddy Brian, by the way, speaking of pelicans, my buddy Brian will call a pelican a penguin.
Penguin.
So those of you guys who follow me, you guys know I live on Chickamauga Lake, or I used to live on Chickamauga Lake. Now I live out here at Roland's on Okeechobee, and so we were fishing around in the park, and I was talking to Brian. He come inside talking tackle, and he looked at me and he said, "There's penguins in Chester Frost Park," and I was like, "Penguins."
Penguins.
And then he's like, "Pelicans."
Pelicans.
Oh, it's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Pelicans.
So speaking of Brian, though, really huge shout out to Brian. He towed my boat down here for me. I towed the camper down, and the day after, he towed the boat down. So he really helped me out by doing that.
You got lucky.
I know. I got really lucky. I cannot express how happy I am and how grateful I am that Brian was able to do that. I wish he was able to come down here and hang out for a little bit longer, but
next time.
When you got a VA appointment, you got a VA appointment.
You got a VA appointment. We got a VA appointment. You got to go. I know. I have one coming up soon, but anyway. But you got lucky on that one. I had to do turnaround. I had to go down. I come down, brought my fifth wheel.
Yeah.
And then stayed 2-3 days to recoup. Then I drove all the way back to Missouri, grabbed my boat, came all the way back, and luckily I had some eye with me. She kept me fed. Can you tell? Kept me fed, kept me going, and kept me company. I watched her play video games the whole time, and I was driving. It's like, you winning? You winning? You winning?
You can't just hook the boat up to the back of the camper and just choo-choo go all the way down.
That's like almost 80 feet. I think the limit's 75. And I think the higher patrolman, everybody turns their head in Florida, but the other states getting here, I don't know if they're going to turn their head.
Right,
but that's
long. That's long.
That's the only time. The only time I'd be able to get gas would be at a Buc-ee's or some truck stop like Love's or Pilot or something like that.
God help you if you ever got to back up. You just don't do it.
I had one I thought I'd get into because I missed where I was supposed to go, and there was a hole, and I had the front two tires on the right-hand side go in the hole. I'm like, uh-oh. Somebody goes, what? Don't worry about it. Don't look. I was able to back it out, and I had to, okay, babe, get out. She had to go out in the middle of the highway to stop traffic. She's a little 5'3" Asian lady, and she's stopping traffic. They can't see her at all. I'm telling you. She's like this. They're like, I can't see nothing.
I can see right now. Stop.
She goes, I can't believe you just did that. You just pulled out in traffic. I'm like, I had to do it. I got a bigger truck. But you got to be careful of that. That's why I don't triple tow. If I triple tow on that one, I've been in real trouble.
Oh, yeah.
So
100%.
But next year, hopefully after we build our house at Table Rock, my camper's going to stay here. Full time, it's going to stay here, right here in the spot where we're at here in Clewiston at Roland's, and then I'm gonna have my house up there. I don't plan on towing after next year again.
Which ever. we got a really nice setup here.
Oh, it's awesome.
Like I was able to come in with my camper, set my mats down, connect to you guys' mats, because if you don't have those mats,
you get no-see-ums.
Those no-see-ums will eat you alive.
Chew you alive.
It's great. I can back my boat in between mine and your camper on my mats.
You got to explain what no-see-ums are.
Oh gosh.
I told you about it. You're like, what's that?
They're the spawn of Satan. There is no way on this earth that was one of God's creations. That was a lost bet between God and Satan, and God was like, all right, well, if we lose this bet, you can make one thing, and that's what Satan made, was a no-see-um.
You know the state bird's a mosquito here.
Oh, 100%.
But the no-see-ums, will chew you from head to toe.
Oh gosh,
It's amazing.
I had them all down between my knees and my feet when I first got here. I was trying to set up my levelers, and I was like, God, what is this? What is this?
You know what the second thing you got to watch out for?
What's that?
Those red ants.
God,
I got in those a couple years ago. Chewed me from head to toe too. Right out here we're right in here. And look, we didn't have our mast down yet.
You talking about like fire ants?
Fire ants.
Oh yeah, I was trailering my boat down on Gunnersville one day. We put in at Mink Creek, and before you know it, I'm over here strapping a boat and everything. Walk over the other side and go to strap the boat, and I walked in like the grass right there, and as I'm doing the other side, all of a sudden I'm feeling them on my leg. Doom, 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 just biting the crap at me. I'm walking over there like crap, just trying.
That's just a couple things you have to deal down in Florida. Then you got the cane toads. Have you seen cane toad yet?
God,
they'll scare you to death. First time you see it, it's like a small dog and it jumps. You come out of your camper going, "What the heck was that?" I'm telling you, they're huge. But we have all kinds of stuff. We have gators, we have iguanas, we have cane toads, we have pythons, we have red ants, we have no-see-ums, we have mosquitoes, state bird. But hey, we love it down here. We love it down here. It's awesome.
It's amazing. It is early December, and it's like 74 degrees outside.
It was 80. Got to 81 here.
Oh yeah.
I was just up in Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. And Saturday night it was 44 degrees.
Oh heck no.
And the next day it didn't warm up to 65. I could not wait to get back here. But we had to go do what we had to do up there, and now we're back here and it's 81. Tomorrow's going to be above 60, hopefully in the morning.
When I first got here, I called my mom and I was like, "What's the temperature back home right now?" And she's like,
12.
"It's 25 degrees right now." And I'm like, "Well, it's 67 here right now, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning." So I love this.
Oh,
I love
shorts,
this.
sandals.
Shorts. You don't have to wear like 12 layers on if you got to go pee. It's real easy. I mean, have you ever tried to take 2 inches of Pecker through 6 inches of Carhartt?
I'm telling you,
it ain't gonna happen.
I don't have that problem.
It ain't gonna. I do. I got a 21-foot boat and an F-250 for a reason. Yes, I'm compensating.
That thing's jacked up. I mean, like jacked up. I mean, what the heck? He rolls up and goes boom, 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 boom. He has one of those trucks with the front end up. And I can't even see over the hood, and it's all. I don't know. He's compensating for something.
No,
he's compensating for something.
We
he's
don't
compensating. He has the same thing with his boat. If the boat has a big tire in the front, and his truck's like this, he's going down. I don't know how he sees anything.
Hey, look out! Here I come. Get out the way.
It's not right.
Get out the way.
You're not right. You're not right.
But yeah, when I first got down here, though, I mean, what was it? 2-3 days after I got down here, we had that massive cold front come through.
Oh. And I told you, don't put your awning out.
Yeah, it'll
take your awning and it'll rip it completely off, because that happened to us at Gunnersville.
Which I was very disappointed.
Ripped it off.
I was very disappointed because I got these nice lights for the awning and everything. Makes the ambiance outside really nice.
It looked really cool.
It looks really cool.
Not until the wind hits you.
Oh, if that
and when
wind
we have
hits.
40-mile-an-hour gust.
Oh my gosh!
Like, it was supposed to be 12 to 15. We had 40 sustained.
Right.
The weatherman down here does not tell the truth. I'm gonna need to talk to his boss or whoever he's getting paid by. He lies. He lies all the time.
Well, do you think that's because the weather station, they're picking it up from their station, not out here where the wind just goes across the entire lake and it just builds up momentum and then it hits us?
Well, if you know anything about Lake Okeechobee and you get away from it and you tell people about Lake Okeechobee who actually live in Florida, they don't even know where it's at. They have no clue. I can't tell you literally hundreds of people in the last 4 years, when I go out to Fort Myers or to West Palm Beach or I go up north, they don't know where Lake Okeechobee is. They've never heard of it.
Really?
People here in Florida. But in the bass fishing community in the United States, this is the mecca of bass fishing.
Yeah.
This is Roland Martin, Martin Marina. I mean, it's the bomb of the bomb where bass fishing freaking started. I mean, this is the deal right here. And if you haven't had to come down here and did a bucket list trip, you got to come down.
You got to come down.
You got to come down.
Like, if you're a bass fisherman, you know and have heard of Lake Okeechobee. And if you ever get slapped in the face with an opportunity to come fish it, you're going to do it.
Can you slap me in the face? Nah, I'm just kidding. Oh, wait, I'm already here. I don't even slap me.
So, yeah, I mean, it's when I got here, though, that cold front hit, and I've never felt a Florida bass that cold, and I've never been that cold in Florida. Never. Much less, well, I should say South Florida.
I was
North Florida, Central Florida, that's a little bit different. But South Florida, I've never seen temperatures like that.
I've seen it 34 here.
Really?
34, 36, 2016 FLW, or it was still FLW tour. When I made the top 10, it got in the high 30s, low 40s. It was, I mean, I didn't have to bring any pants with me. I had more shorts the whole time and sandals. I had to go buy shoes. I didn't even bring a rain suit with me. I had to go buy a rain suit. I was cold. And long johns. I was cold. It was freezing.
So how were you catching them in practice then?
Secret.
Before that.
Secret.
Secret.
Secret. Can't tell you. Maybe a Cinco.
Maybe a Cinco.
Don't tell anybody though. It's a secret.
Yeah. Oh gosh, secret's out. Throw a Cinco in Florida. Holy crap.
You know what the color was? I bet you couldn't. I bet you couldn't freaking guess.
I'm gonna go wide. I'm probably gonna be way off when I guess this, and I'm gonna say black and blue.
Blue and black.
Dang, blue and black. Dang.
Hey, if you don't have black and blue, and you don't have blue and black, and you don't have black and blue with a blue tail, or blue and black with a black tail, you better ask your buddy for some. You better steal some. You better go to the tackle and get some. Somehow, you better have some black and blue. And the only other color they eat on this lake is black and blue. Sometimes black and watermelon, or watermelon. Sometimes, but
sometimes.
Watermelon. Red
if you find the right water, it
has to be clear. It has to be clear. I mean, clear, not like I'd say a clear lake like some spotted bass lake at Lake Lanier or someplace, or Great Lakes where you see 10 or 12 feet down. Clear here is tannic, and it's not clear. It's tannic, but you can see your bait a foot and a half down.
The water almost looks like a blackish red tint to it.
Yeah, if you look back at your prop, and that prop wash. I mean, another drink. Hold on a second. The prop wash.
He sounded like me now. Prop wash.
Were you from Kentucky? No, you're from Chattanooga.
Wow. I've known you for how long now?
About 2 days. I saw him on the side of the road. Picked him up. He was like this. Come. Yeah, you can come.
Yeah, he found me on the side of the road. He's like, hey, you want to come guide? Okay.
Yeah, okay, we'll figure it out. But yeah, you look here. If it looks black behind your prop, that's dirty. That's nasty. You want that whitish, reddish looking tainted water behind you. You can tell. You can run down, just keep back, looking back. Oh wow, look at that. That's clear. You'll eventually figure it out. And then also when you got your prop down and you can't see your prop, you're in the wrong watercolor. You got to go
100%.
I mean, last year. I took out Scott Martin on his first show last year on Scott Martin. Wasn't it a challenge? Scott Martin Challenge? No, it was a challenge. It was the other one.
I don't know.
Whatever he calls the other one. It was fun.
Man's done so many dang TV shows.
Yeah, I know.
I can't keep
But it was
up
the
with
first
him.
one last year, and I took him in an area. He goes, "Man, Charlie, this is kind of dirty." I'm like, "No, it's good." I go, he trimmed his engines up. He goes, "No, this is kind of dirty." I was like, "You got another spot?" I'm like, so we went to another spot. The other spot, he goes, "Yep, this is it." I go, I had 3 or 4, and we caught like 25 pounds in an hour.
Oh wow.
Oh, it was stupid. Down in South Bay, where you went today.
Yep.
And they're pulling in.
They're pulling.
You had bucks peeing.
I had some bucks peeing. Yeah. So speaking about bucks peeing in South Bay, let's get into what we're doing with the current fishing conditions. Like you said today, I was in South Bay, and when I first got here, I fished South Bay, and that was when the cold front was hitting, so that the wind was just rolling straight into there. The water was heavy silt, and we just did not catch them in there. And then I've gave it about a week now, and I've been fishing South Bay for 2 days in a row now, and I'm starting to catch fish. Like today I caught, about 15 or 16 down there in South Bay, flipping and also throwing, shocker, a speed worm. But two of the fish I caught on a speed worm, both were like little guys, and they were peeing.
White. Now, if you catch them down there and they're kind of not a dark green's a resident fish, but if they're kind of green, that's a rim ditch fish.
Yep.
If they're white, they come from the lake. A lot of people don't know that.
Yep.
But I mean, but you want.
I caught 2 down there that were white.
If they're peeing, that's what you're
looking for.
There was an area up north last week before the fronts hit, or right the day before. They were white and they were peeing, and they were. I mean, when you got one in the boat, he was
aggressive.
Hot. He was hot.
Aggressive.
Hot.
Yep. Because here recently, I've been having to like reel my speed worm, and all of a sudden I feel boom, 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 and I'll finally I'll have to almost like check up on them, throwing a dang speed worm. I'm used to just reeling. Yeah, I'm used to just reeling and then feel them and you lean into them. No, I haven't been able to do that here recently.
You drop it and pull it.
Pull it. Yep.
Like a worm, and then start reeling again, and they'll hit it.
Yep. And that's exactly what I've been doing. I'll feel them bump it. I'll kind of pick my rod tip up, and as the worms just kind of falling down, then I'll feel them again. I'll check up and I'll swing on them. But these 2 white fish that I caught that were peeing did not. They throttled it like they should eat a speed worm.
So where you caught those 2, were they off on the ditch or were they off the hard line in where you were fishing?
They were more on the hard line.
On the hard line.
Because I fished the ditch coming in there, and they just,
they weren't in there.
Nothing going on
but
there.
But if you flip up or pitch up to or cast, whatever you want, up to the little, what you're looking for is you're going down a hard line. And a hard line can be a hard line that everybody knows now. The hard long line, or a hard line can be where There's an indention in the reeds that goes back. It could be a little gut. It could be as big as a camper. It could be as your truck. Heck, it could be as big as a picnic table. But that's a hard line. If there's a little ditch in it, and the ditches, I'm giving too much stuff away already. I gotta shut up.
This is On the Hook podcast. I mean, if people want to know what the conditions and how to catch them on Lake Okeechobee, this is the podcast they're gonna have to listen to. Because who's doing this down here?
Nobody's doing this down here.
Nobody's doing this down here.
There's so much. I mean, we got nuggets. Like, I mean, I could throw nuggets out all day, and I just, golly. Oh, I'm going to finish this nugget, guys. I'm going to finish this nugget.
We'll get into the nuggets. We'll get into more and more nuggets, more and more listeners. No, you're good. You're good. I'm just saying, like, if people keep tuning in, more and more nuggets will keep coming
I
up.
have so much information. My buddy at Mark Lassane on Bass Cyclers Magazine, a real good buddy of mine, had me start writing the articles years ago, and he goes, man, you have forgot more stuff than I know. And he was right, because he don't know. Well, I love you, Mark. He knows a lot. He's good.
That's going to be the first comment on our video. What the hell,
what the
Charlie?
hell are you talking about, goddamn?
After all these years, you going to backstab me like that?
No, Mark's a good buddy of mine. He comes and stays with me everywhere that whenever he comes stays with the Toyota Championship, stays with at my house or in my camper, or wherever we're at, he comes and hangs out. He's came down here before, so love you, Mark. Bass Cyclers Magazine too. Got a shout out to him. They helped me out a lot in a lot of years with a lot of different stuff and promoting my career. And I'm just glad to be able to put it on this boy right here. This is my man right here. But I'm gonna get back to the nugget. I'm gonna give you a nugget. So
a nugget,
and I'm gonna give you a nugget. So you got all these little channels and stuff. But when you got like a channel that goes back, and you have little indention in the channel, it could be as long as a trailer. A bass boat, a picnic table. You go into that and you cast in. You want to cast straight to the back first. Get to the heart. Let that bait drop down and slowly reel it back. But if you look in those little indentions, those little lakes, they're little lakes. So basically, it's a pattern and a pattern. Off to the side, you're going to see other little nugget, little pockets, and on those pockets, there's points. Those fish will sit right on that point, or they're going to sit right in the back of that little point. Right in the back of that little creek, because every single reed patch reads different on this lake. Ethan could tell you when you're going down, when you saw the stuff I was fishing, you're probably going, "What the hell is he fishing this for?" And I was just explaining where the little ditches and the points and everything. They just cut all this stuff down in the north end, and I'm not going to give it out, but Ethan saw what I did. And we pulled up. We caught a 5.5, a 4, a 4, 3, 3. So he said, "What the heck?" I go, "Stop right there." He was coming to me. No, stop right there, right on the point. He goes, "What point?" "Just stop right there." And I explained it to him. He goes, "Dang." He saw what I was talking about.
Yeah, we're not going to get into the crazy nitty gritty of that right now, but once you figure it out, though, it does hit you like a brick wall.
Oh, it's like
you feel like an idiot when you finally figure out. You're like, "Oh my God, why didn't I notice this?"
I've been coming down here since 2003. And this lake has changed every couple years, like drastic, 100%, 380, 360, whatever you want. Every couple years, you got to relearn the whole thing. And what I figured out since I've been here in October, all this little juice, these little nuggets, and it's like, man, I fished it, but not this way at this lake, but I fished the same way out in the California Delta, Clear Lake, other places that looks like this, and you pick up it's like the first time I went to Lake Mead, I was completely lost, couldn't figure out nothing on Lake Mead. After the more years you're on it, it looks like a desert wasteland to me. Now I know what to look for. Same thing down here when you guys come down. Once you figure out little intricate little things, you'll figure out where the fish will pull into and move off. It's like every little pocket is a little different. I mean, it's pretty cool because every pocket's different. You got to fish it. I mean, you have to have a few rods down, and I don't want to give too many nuggets away.
I was 4 years old in 2003.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. You were a twinkle in your mama's eye. Oh,
that's funny.
I got a lot of info, man. If you guys stick with us here on the Hook podcast, we're gonna give you all kinds of stuff. I mean,
100%.
Like Mark Lassane said, he goes, "You have probably forgot more than I know." And Ethan's asked me to do this. I'm like, heck yeah, let's rock and roll. I went out and spent a whole bunch of money on stuff, and Ethan spent a whole bunch of money to get this thing going. And I mean, we want to do it different what everybody else is doing. We'll give you the nuggets, trust me.
Oh, 100%. And like you said, we went out and spent all this money on like camera gear, lighting, mics, headsets, and like none of this was sponsored to us. This is our own hard-earned money that we earned from guiding, whatever we had to do to make some money. This is what we spent it on right here because we want to further our fishing career. So, and when I say that, we really would like some support on here, and if we get some people that follow us and they stick with us, they're going to have a whole lot of fun following us and seeing what we do in the future.
A whole lot.
We got a lot of big things coming. We're always going to have big things coming because we're not going to stop here.
Not going to stop.
We're not going to stop anywhere. We're not going to get complacent.
No, not at all. And we're gonna drink a few.
We're gonna drink a few. This is a podcast where we're not politically correct.
Yep.
Some things are gonna be said that's gonna offend people.
I'm sorry.
Drinks are gonna be drank.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like it, go to the next video.
Love you. We'll see you on the next one. I'm gonna pour me another one right now. You want some more?
I like it. I'm good still. Jeez.
Come on. Dang lightweight here. Lightweight. Come on now.
Well,
You gotta have that blue note. What's that liquor store we get this stuff from?
Eagle Liquor in Hickson, Tennessee.
Hickson, Tennessee.
Yep. It's located on Mill Valley Road. Great people, small store. Really, I mean, we always like to shop local, right? Just same thing with Talk and Tackle, and we'll get into them too. We always like to shop local, and that's what Eagle Liquor is. That's what they stand for too. Small local business, mom and pop shop. We love to support them when we can.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I didn't know the name of the place. I knew the guy, and I didn't know you went there. He goes, "You been going to Eagle Liquor?" I'm like, "For years since I've been going to Chickamauga. Probably I don't know 6, 7, 8 years." They got some good stuff. They always hook me up. Always hook me up.
Always.
What do you want? Case, 2 case, 3 case? I'm like, no, I just want a bottle.
yeah. They don't care. They'll really help you out when you ask for it. Yeah, it's really awesome.
Case wise, they'll definitely hook you up.
Oh, 100%.
I'm a caser now.
100%.
I'm a caser.
Oh yeah, I can't be a caser. I can't be a caser yet.
he needs a couple more years. He'll be a caser.
Couple more years, I'll get with it. But yeah, so yeah, we talked about my days down here on the South Bay catching some, and they're starting to move in there. Same thing with on the north end too. Mm-hmm. But the water clarity though, the water clarity's a lot better on the north end.
Yes, it's been blowing from the northeast for the last
week, 2 weeks.
Actually, it's been blowing from there for the last 2 months, 2.5 months.
Jeez.
From the north, and it's made everything dirty, and there's not a lot of grass to protect areas. Luckily, there's a lot of backwaters you can go into, and if you're fishing close to the hard line, there's a few spots. Man, I want to give this one up. I'm going to give it all up in the first episode.
Do it.
Okay.
It's on the Hook podcast. They're gonna learn from this thing.
Yep, they're gonna learn. I know.
They're gonna learn.
Everyone we're gonna be competing against in the MLF and the Bass Mash. Everybody else is gonna learn this too. But up north, there's areas that have buoys. I'm not going to say the color of the buoys, but if you find some buoys, you need to fish around those buoys. It's like that's where they're growing. They're blocking the wind and the silt and the filtration coming in so the eelgrass grows. These are areas that I was fishing 3 or 4 years ago and absolutely demolishing them, having 30-pound bags in these areas with clients. And the areas are coming back, and the eelgrass is there. It's not as clear as what it was a couple years ago. Tom Mann Jr. and I were sitting in an area that we had to ourselves for a good month, and absolutely just destroyed. I'm so sorry. Stumbling words. Absolutely just destroyed them in these areas. And I went in there and I was looking around. I'm like, oh my God, Samaya, my fiance. I'm like, look at this eelgrass. She goes, what's eelgrass? I'm like, look, this is gold. This is the prettiest thing to a fisherman in Okeechobee you could ever imagine. She goes, what's that? I'm like, eelgrass. They love it. Because why do they get in there? The bait gets in there, the bass get in, they can ambush and everything, they can feed, and it's filtration for this lake. And that's what they're going to be doing tomorrow, aren't they? They're supposedly might open a lock tomorrow. They're dropping the water on the 8th.
Oh no, that was started yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Started
yesterday.
They're supposed to have it by this summer. They're supposed to drop this lake to 11.5 feet.
Wow.
I have never fished at that. I'm hiring a guide. It's like, show me where to go. I don't want to hit anything, but it's okay for it's going to take a little while to drop. I mean, you got a 40 by 40 mile lake. You got 160,000 acres at Lake Okeechobee with all kinds of structure and rocks and reeds and buggy whips and different kinds of grasses, Kissimmee grass, and they're going to drop it down. They're going to make this lake better. I lost my train of thought where I was going with that. But
no, you're good.
I'm good.
Them dropping the water.
Dropping the water, which is great. Thank you, Ron DeSantis. Thank you for the water conservation. Whoever you guys are, thank you so much. Is awesome.
Anglers for Lake Okeechobee.
Anglers for Lake Okeechobee.
They're a really big one.
Scott Martin called me the other day, asked me to do a tidbit for him out to Ron DeSantis and everybody else with the water people are helping with this lake because this is an awesome lake.
It really is.
I mean, it's incredible, and it just thank God for what Mr. Martin Scott did in the last few months, just pressuring, and his win last year in the springtime helped a lot. It opened a lot of eyes. It got a lot of press, and people got involved. And Governor DeSantis helped us out, and he's going to get this water drop down so this grass comes back, and we have Lake Okeechobee. Before you couldn't, if you're on any dike around the lake, you couldn't see the middle of the lake because the reeds grew out 2 to 3 miles out. And it was absolutely amazing. I was completely lost the first 5 years I was here. I mean, completely lost.
Wow.
But I can't wait till it comes back again.
Which is great for me from an outsider looking in. I'm starting to get down here in Okeechobee, starting to make a name for myself, starting to catch some fish and book some trips. Which, by the way, I went out with, I took Nook out the other day, and we had a really, really good day. We caught close to 30 fish between flipping and throwing a speed worm. But anyways, back to what I was trying to get on. It looks really good to me coming in here and seeing the lake, like seeing people's eyes open up and seeing the lake like really start to get managed the right way. Because I'm a Tennessee River guy. I've grew up and I've fished the Tennessee River my whole life.
And you watch the grass get killed there.
I've watched grass get killed, and I've watched lakes get destroyed on the Tennessee River due to poor management. So it's really nice to see, like, yes, people around here realizing, opening up their eyes to what's going on and trying to come up with a solution to help fix the problem. And listening to the anglers.
Yeah, this is the Mecca.
This is the Mecca
of all bass fishing.
This lake and this area down here at Roland's and brings in so much revenue to the state of Florida. It's not even funny.
I mean, they go from Fort Myers to where I was up in Jacksonville to West Palm Beach to the Keys. They all stay around and they hear about this, the Everglades, and we need this water to come down. We need this grass to come back. I mean, if you could have been here, Ethan, in 2003, you'd have been like, oh my God, this is the most amazing grass factory I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, I sat next to, I can't remember the guy's name, in 3 or 4, and I was punching grass in South Bay, and you couldn't, I actually got lost in practice down there. The reeds were so thick. Luckily I found somebody at it was getting dark at like 5 o'clock, and it was 4:45, and I was completely lost. I couldn't figure out how to get out of there. There were so many reeds out. And I'll show where we run through was where I got lost at. I had no idea how to get back, but it's going to come back. It's going to grow back, and what they're going to do is going to be awesome. I can't wait. I mean, it's going to be freaking amazing again. It still is. I mean, just
the fishing is still amazing right now.
Just not last summer, the summer before, they had 30 bags over 30 pounds, and Scott Martin had 29, so I thought he was going to win. He got blown out. 2 bags over 37.
That was crazy. So I've seen that tournament.
Him and his daughter got blasted. He was like in 29th or something. He couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it was insane.
The fish are
absolutely
here.
insane.
They just need the places to spawn. They need a place to come in. They need a place to do their deal. And
the big fish need a nice, good area to spawn in to sprout those genetics into the next generation.
I mean, you got
of bass.
pure Florida strain bass. They want to get big. They want to eat. I mean, we got the forage for them here. And all we need is a grass.
And they want to live in the grass.
We just
that's
need
how
the grass.
they're going to survive. That's when they can get in their prime, and that's when they can grow to world record size, potentially world record size bass. That's when you can start catching some giant fish. But it's coming, like it's really on the up and up. The Okeechobee's really on the up and up right now, and I'm really excited to see what starts to happen coming like this January and February as this water starts to go down. We're already seeing people book trips because of it.
Yep.
Like they're already coming. They're already ready
because these fish,
they know what's coming up.
These fish are way back in the swamp. I'll call it the swamp, way back behind the reed lines you can't get to, or they're out stationed in the lake someplace. As soon as they drop that water, fish condense, and when it condenses, the fish catches go up, big fish show up. I mean, it's going to be sick.
It's going to be insane.
By the time the MLF Toyota Series comes in February and the Bassmasters, there will probably be another 1.5 foot lower probably.
I would expect.
And right now it's like 15 something. It's going to be at 13.5, 14. Oh my gosh.
I would expect some astronomical weights.
Records could drop.
Records could drop. Records could drop. So there's never a better time to come down to Okeechobee than this January through April and book a trip with myself or Charlie. Like On the Hook Guide Fishing, On the Hook podcast, like book a trip with us. This January through April is going to be
awesome.
off the walls.
Off
It's
the
going to
hook.
be insane.
Oh,
Off
no,
the hook.
oh, no, on the hook.
On the hook. It's going to be on the hook.
say
There
on
we
the
go.
hook?
We can't even remember our own dang name.
On the hook. Hey, have another drink.
So speaking of speaking of the fishing coming back on Okeechobee, let's so you had a client last week. How many days did she book you again?
She booked me 6, but we can only fish 5 because the airlines got sidetracked getting her here.
Okay, so you've been on the water with her for 5 days.
5 days.
You did a little mixture of everything, didn't you? You did some shiner trips, and you also did some artificial trips.
with her.
Let's talk about that. Let's break that down.
So we probably caught close to 100 bass in 5 days. Pretty close. Probably I'll say 92 or real close.
That's around 20 fish a day. That's a good
20.
day.
Our best was 27 fish. Our second best was 21, and then we had a couple 15s and whatever the last one was. The last day it was weird. It got really warm. The water temperatures came up, and they didn't want to eat until the last hour. From 4 to 5 is when we caught them. We went out earlier. We went out at like 8:30 in the morning, and you were out there.
I was out there.
And what time? When did the bite start? 1:30?
1:30.
It was like, what the heck? Come on, guys.
It was ridiculous. Because I'm so used to, like I said, you've heard me say it before, and those of you who follow me know me. I'm a Tennessee River guy. Like, we get out on the water at daylight. 100%. Like, there is a morning bite, there's a noon bite, or there's a morning bite, a midday bite, and an afternoon bite. There wasn't shit here in the morning.
You say, what time are we going out? I'm like, I don't know, 11, 12, 10, 10:30.
I was like,
I had to pull Sherry's hair. Like, come on, we gotta go.
I was like, what? Like, I've never heard of a guy taking a client out and going fishing for the day at noon.
Literally, the last 3 hours with this cold front, the last 3 hours was the golden hours.
And that's crazy to me.
I was out before this front hit and was just clocking them on a couple frog mostly, Cinco, chatterbait, speedworm, Big Easy, and
the Big Easy bite's gonna come back on here really soon.
Oh geez,
really soon. I had 2 short strikes on it today. They're gonna start biting it again.
They're gonna chew a spinnerbait too. Spinnerbait's gonna go off.
Oh yeah,
this
spinnerbait's gonna go off.
You know what day's spinnerbait gonna go off is Wednesday if it rains.
Wednesday when that front's hitting. Yeah,
and they're gonna be tight to the cover. What I was talking to you about, those same spots I was telling you where you throw your Cinco or your speedworm, those same type of spots, and especially if you get some isolated stuff away from it. I'll tell you, I'm gonna give you another little nugget. If you're going down a bank and you see a sparse reed, I'm like 1 reed, 2 reed, 3 or 4 reeds, you better be casting to it.
100%.
That's where you're gonna catch an 8 or 9, 10 pounder right there.
Yep.
Maybe not a 10. Maybe not a 9, but you can catch it easily 5 or 6 or 7 off of that little. I never pass one up. If I see a couple, I'm going down a bank, I see a couple, I'll power down, I'll pitch to them. I'll pitch a spinnerbait to them or a chatterbait to them, and they won't get bit on it. I'll flip a Cinco out to them, always.
Just something that isolated cover, that isolated grass it's just textbook bass fishing.
I mean, on the California Delta where I grew up fishing in Clear Lake, you never miss those things. It's like, the guy behind you would catch the fish.
Oh, 100%.
If you missed him,
he's gonna catch them.
They're gonna catch them.
So what was some key baits for you when you were out fishing with Sherry?
Can't tell you.
You can't tell me.
Can't tell you.
Man.
Speedworm.
Secretive person. Speedworm.
Speedworm. That's a secret.
So let's walk through.
No, honestly, guys, I had Sherry set up with 30-pound braid, a 3/16-ounce weight, a offset BKK, offset 5/0 hook.
Yep.
The braid was it don't matter what braid, but I like that. Power Pro. The hook was a BKK, and then which Ethan just turned me on through Talking Tackle this year. Thank you guys. It's like those are bad Mamma Jamma hooks, and then we were throwing. I'm trying to think the tungsten weights.
NACO tungsten.
Okay.
Through Talking Tackle again.
Yep.
But I've been you said something about the Power Pro braid, but here recently though I've been turning you onto that cast braid. How you been liking it so far?
Cast braid's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's like really smooth, long casting braid.
Casting.
Yeah, it's
I'm looking at all these different braid companies and stuff and experimenting. I mean, we have the time to experiment. I'm not fishing tournaments, so we have all fall, all spring to check this stuff out, and the cast braid's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
It's kind of like fluorocarbon. I am a Seaguar fiend. Seaguar Brazek, Seaguar Tatsu. I experimented with Yozuri stuff. If I can't get a hold of the Seaguar stuff, I'll try some of this. What did I just say?
If you can't, I don't know. You was going on something.
I just go. I'm sorry. I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
No, Seaguar Tatsu and Seaguar Brazex I use all the time.
Yep.
But I started using Yozuri, and for the cost out there, guys, if you can't afford the high dollar Seaguar, the other line they sell it at Walmart. I mean, it's freaking it's phenomenal, and you don't have to spend that big dollar. But I like that. I'm big dollar. I've won $650,000 on Seaguar. It's very hard for me not to use it.
Oh, 100%.
Very hard for me not to use it.
And I'm sure there's people out there that are like a big Sunline guy, and they've won money
awesome.
on Sunline.
Oh, yeah.
There's people out there that have won money on freaking Berkeley Vanish line, and they swear by that. Like,
I won some money on that. It vanished.
Which then again, though, just to reiterate, though, if anybody finds any line out there and wants to order line at a really good price, I definitely reach out to Talk and Tackle, because they will price match. They will price match, and they will get your package to you very, very quickly. Actually, most of their packages arrive within 2 days. So wow. It's some really good people too. And like we said about Eagle Liquor, like we were support small business, to Talk and Tackle is small business as well.
Drink some more.
Yeah, but no, on that cast braid.
Hey, do not tell anybody that this is fun.
Oh,
this is not fun.
This is a great time.
Going out on guide trips is not fun.
This is a great time.
Warm weather and shorts and sandals and t-shirt, it is not fun. Trust me. Do not tell your friends. I don't want you down here. I do not want any of you. I don't want anybody watching down here. Just don't come. I love it. I'll enjoy myself. No, it's serious. Come down, guys. Come on.
Please
come down.
Please come down. Please come down and book a trip. Please come down and book a trip. I got bills to pay.
Stay at Roland's. Go to the Tiki. We'll be down on Thursday night. Like boop boop boop. You're doing all that stuff, dancing.
Oh yeah.
Like
you were out there. You were out there the other night.
You better not put that up. You better not put. I saw the video. I'm like, you better not put that up.
You were on cloud nine out there.
No, I wasn't. No, I hated every minute of it. But it's no fun down here, guys.
But yeah, I'll end the topic on this one thing. Like, I've noticed with that cast X12 braid, I've noticed, like, especially flipping pads, flipping heavy stuff. How many times have you hooked up with a big one in the pads, and it just that your Power Pro just cinches into that pad, and like, it's history. She's gone. I'm telling you right now, that cast braid will cut a pad.
It'll cut a pad.
It'll cut a pad.
It'll definitely cut a pad.
It is very smooth braid, very easy casting. You know that when you flip in area, you know that that you hear when you're lifting up. You do not hear that on cast braid. It's perfect. You don't hear that.
Oh.
You do not.
That's the worst thing.
It's terrible.
When you're fishing shallow, and they hear that, I'm like, if they stop biting the braid, I always switch over to the fluorocarbon. But with the cast braid, you don't have to switch.
You don't have to switch.
You don't have to switch. You don't have to switch.
I will say this though: if you use that cast braid, like on an area where I'd use like 30-pound Power Pro, I'm using 50-pound cast, because it's that same cast 50-pound braid is the same diameter as the 30-pound Power Pro, if not a little bit thinner, so you can get away with that higher strength. It is the absolute, like.
So I can choke you.
It's the bee's knees.
So I can choke you with 30 instead of 50 now.
I guess. But yeah, guys, if you don't have some cast X12 braid, I really suggest
same result,
some.
right?
Huh?
Same result.
What do you mean?
30 50? Just.
Oh.
So bad. No fun around here. Horrible. It's not funny around here.
We're having a great time.
No fun around here at all.
So anyways, though, your trip with Sherry, right? So you guys were able to catch them on some artificial. You ever catch them on a speed worm?
And the secret color?
Black and blue. June bug red.
Watermelon red.
Watermelon red. I was throwing June bug red. Black and blue. I got some. I got some bites.
Watermelon red.
I got some.
That's a new color, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what the color of that is. It's whatever the hell is open in your boat, and you just go in there and grab it.
I have clients ask me what color we're throwing. I'm like, open the cap, go down there. And one thing with us, when you're on our boat, mi casa, su casa.
Yeah.
If you want to throw
100%.
something,
you want to throw something,
there's guys that will not let you touch shiners, won't you touch rods, won't touch your tackle. I could care less what you want to do. Just don't step on my rods. If you step on my rod, you're out of the boat. You're gator bait. You're gator bait. You're gator bait. I'll take it back. Gator bait. I'm telling you, gator bait. But me causes two causes come out, have fun.
Yeah, just whatever. But in the description, like literally, it says like all like rods, baits, stuff like that's provided. Like whatever I have in my boat is what we're throwing. Now people can bring their own stuff.
He brought Stubby rods with me. I don't get it.
And I was catching them. Oh man. So, but let's talk about this for a little bit too, because I know we have some guys that are going to listen to us and they shiner fish.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about your shiner experiences. Like, how was the shiner fishing last week with Sherry? Did it perform? It
performed really well from 1:30 to about 4, and then they said sayonara. They said nope, not doing it.
So what'd you do after 4? Did you artificial fish?
Speedworm and a chatterbait.
So there was times that the artificial bait.
Can you believe a bass would not eat a shiner on Lake Okeechobee? 4 o'clock. Okay, we'd go out. I tried before gone. I try early and fish all the way up. Nothing. At 1:30 was the bite on shiners. 1:30 to 4. You had how many is that? That's 2.5 hours. That's your bite. You can't miss them. You don't miss them. You hook them. However you can get them in the boat. You'll catch 15 to 25 fish during that time, and then afterwards, after 4, as like every day, I'm like, God dang, they shut down. We have to throw speedworm again. Speedworm chatter.
So there is times that the artificial bait does shine.
That's crazy.
That's crazy to think about. Like
if
everybody always thinks,
what'd you want to eat? I want a shiner.
I'm eating a shiner.
Oh,
it looks real.
Lights out.
Because it is real. But
they stopped touching.
Everybody thinks that like, oh, you throw shiners and you're golden. Like, you're just gonna catch them.
Yeah, what? No.
There are times when the artificial bait shines, and I noticed that. You've already known it, but I've noticed that last week when you had your client Sherry. I noticed that. I was like, wow, the artificial bait does shine, and there are windows when it does work better. But same thing, vice versa. There are windows when shiners do work better.
Shiners shine. And we had remember the one day over, should I say it?
I don't care.
10 house. 10 house. Okay. There'll be 75 boats in there this weekend, but they're moving. They're moving in.
Oh yeah, they're coming in there. They're coming in there hot.
We sat in there and absolutely throttled them on a shiner for about 2 hours and died. Yeah. Nothing, zero, dead. Nil.
Absolutely dead.
Like a blank check, nothing. You couldn't even write $1 on it. And we started throwing speed worms and chatterbaits and started catching them again. I don't get that.
I don't understand it. Like,
because you were coming next to me, I'm like, stop right there on that point. And you started catching them on that point, and we were fishing a little pocket, and oh my gosh, we lit them up.
We did line them up.
But then after 2 hours, nothing. Zero.
Nothing.
And we started like, okay, speedworm, chatterbait time, and they start eating again.
Yeah. That's the really cool part about On the Hook guide service, like that me and you both offer. We can, like, if you're a tournament angler, if you're a weekend bass fisherman, if you just like to go out and have fun bass fishing, or if
you never fished before in your life.
You never fished before in your life. You don't, like, if you just enjoy catching bass and you don't care what you catch them on, or if you want to go out and you want to strictly throw shiners, and you want to go out and you want to learn Lake Okeechobee with artificial fish because you got a tournament coming up or whatever, we can accommodate whoever.
You have high school, college, FLW, Toyota Series. I'm not helping you. Elite. Just kidding.
We do not. We can do shiners.
We do not discriminate. Anybody wants to come.
We can even do both. Like, we can even launch the boat and throw artificial at first and have like 24 shiners in the live well. And if artificial don't work out, we can always throw shiners too.
And if you guys
want to keep it wide open,
Everglades.
Yeah, we can go to the Everglades, catch peacocks.
If you want to go to Lake Ida to catch peacocks and clown knifefish and basso, we can do that.
Heck, I'm not above putting some 22s in the boat going iguana hunting with clients. I'm not above doing that.
Oh, shotgun, 22s.
I don't care.
Pellet gun.
I don't care.
I saw like 27, 30 of them the other day right here in the canal.
Oh yeah. That'll be a good time.
When some of my boys come, we're going iguana hunting.
We're gonna go do some iguana. So if you guys want to go iguana hunting too, book your trip today. We'll take you out on the bass boat. We'll do it on the bass boat. We can do whatever we want to.
Yeah.
Phoenix makes a great boat and a great platform to do whatever you want to do.
Best iguana hunting boat in the world.
Best iguana hunting boat in the world. Phoenix 921 Elite, 920 Elite. Who cares?
If you
As
want to
long
go
as
on
it's
a
Phoenix.
hey, if you want to go on a jungle cruise and we show you where the anacondas are, the pythons, the alligators, the iguanas, we can do that too. I mean, we can do cruises.
Speaking of gators, I seen
there's a
one
big-
that
You
was.
gotta stop playing with those.
I seen one today that was.
Monstrous.
It would have. I'm glad it didn't go in the water, because if it didn't, if it would have bumped the bottom of my boat, I would have probably had to change my pants.
They're
This
big.
thing was. This thing was a dragon. It was huge.
I'll have to show you the one up north I found. My boat's 21 feet, and this thing was every bit of 3/4 the size. It looked like the one that was at
That's like the one I seen today.
like the one was at Lake Eufaula in Alabama. They used to feed it honey buns, and Skeet Reese actually in 2003 or 4 was teasing it. It was going. Thing's huge.
Nope.
Looks like freaking like Bigfoot like 10 times.
Nope. No. Thank
Monsters
you.
with teeth.
No.
Oh,
Thank you.
golly.
So like we said, I know we've been talking about it. You had your client Sherry.
Thank you, Sherry.
Yeah,
had a
thank you,
blast. Thanks for dinners. Thanks for buying boat gas. I mean,
the cool part about Sherry was
it's like everything.
the cool part
Helped-
about Sherry was
hooked you up?
she helped me out a little bit too, and like, yes, I was around. Like, he was showing me the lake during that time too, and Sherry didn't care.
She didn't care.
She still paid for some of my dinners.
She invited my fiance Samaya out. She's coming back to fish the Toyota Series.
She is.
She's gonna link with Ethan for the Toyota Series. And
she's gonna buy my co-angler link for the Toyota Series here, and man, like, Sherry, if you listen to this, thank you so much on my behalf and as well as Charlie. We like seriously, that what you did for me, what you did for Charlie goes a extremely long way, and we cannot thank you enough for your support. Let's talk about that too. Like, let's talk about when a client becomes more than just a client. Like, when does that client like you this client books you so many times over and over and over again. Let's talk about that guide-client relationship that you get. And those are the people.
I don't want that to happen because then I get no money. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right.
But you know, I just had clients come down today. They went with me like 3 or 4 days last year, and I hate charging them. And I tell them, it's like, you know what, you're too much of it. No, we have to take care of you. But there comes to a certain point when you have a client like Sherry. And I don't want to charge her again. But
No.
She goes, nope, I'm paying you. I'm retired. I'm like, I hate it. But you know what? I think it's their choice when they want to stop. It's not our choice. You can tell them. But, we grow relationships. And if we have clients like that, they revert us to their friends. You get sponsorships through these people.
Yes.
And they help you. You rub elbows. And I've had a couple 6-figure deals with friends like this that I was taking clients out and 3 or 4 year deals, and met friends for life. I mean, a lot of them. It's like, but it's kind of like not like a fine line. It's a friendship line, and you make friends with these people. And you hate to charge them, but I always tell them, it's like, you know what? When you don't want to,
they're still happy to pay you in the end.
Oh, they'll pay you in it, and they're happy go lucky go back.
And they'll give you a big tip and everything.
Memories. It's bucket list stuff. I mean, I got guys that are coming for bucket list this year. I mean, I just gave away. I was trying to give you a bucket list deal.
Oh, 100%.
But you're done. You're going to.
I gotta go do my Army stuff.
You guys
okay.
go play soldier. That's okay. Appreciate it. Thank you for service.
Hey, thank you too.
So our guide service is just not taking you out, showing you what it's building a relationship with your friendship, and we love all the camaraderie. I mean, all your veterans out there want to come fishing with 2 veterans. Come on down. Please come down. We'll have a great time.
Please do. We'll talk war stories.
Oh my gosh, we got a bunch. We got a bunch. But
like, I've had some really good clients too, and like some of my best clients is like a dad and son. Son's junior in high school right now, and me as a high school fishing coach, I was able to mentor that kid and show that kid like different techniques, different ways to catch them based on the different times of year. The dad would always be like, hey, well, we've been fishing X lake for this long. Let's go over here to this lake because this is a highland reservoir. We've been fishing river systems. So I want you to show my kid about this. And I get to show him that. And then the dad gets so excited. The kid gets so excited. Before you know it, they go fish a derby together. And then you're getting a text message back from. I'm getting a text message back from like, hey,
we won.
Yeah, like they're so excited, and then I'm so excited for them because now I had a part in that too. And I helped them make that really good memory that they're gonna have. They're gonna remember that for the rest of their life, and they're gonna book me in the future. And it goes.
Kids might book you.
Right,
Might book your kids.
And it goes further than just guide to client. It goes from friend to friend at that point. Like before you know it, like they're traveling with you. They're going to a tournament with you. Like you go out to eat together. Like
Sherry's coming down, and she's gonna travel with us all year.
Yeah,
all year.
She's amazing.
She's like family now.
Yeah.
And I told her, you can't pay me. She goes, no, I'm going to pay you. No, you can't pay me.
Exactly.
And when you come down for this tournament, you're not paying either one of us.
No, 100%.
But hey,
no,
she just bought us. I was supposed to tell you. She just bought us like full face mask.
Oh wow!
They're coming down.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
At your Christmas present. My Christmas and Samai's Christmas present.
That's gonna be really cool.
You know, and she's, I'm coming down. I'm doing this.
As long as I get the one with like the cool looking like clown mask on it.
Oh, we can do that through our company over there in West Palm.
All right, so we're coming into about time here. Let's wrap it up here. Let's talk about what's going on this weekend, December 14th and 15th. Let's talk about that.
All right, September. Oh,
September.
No,
it's December.
It's December. I'm sorry.
Welcome to today.
Okay, today. Okay. Okay. So God, I can't even talk. December 14th and 15th is the Roland Martin Championship Derby. You call it a derby.
I call it a derby.
I still understand that. It's their championship, Roland Martin Marine. They sponsor it through Roland's. I think it's somewhere between $25,000 and $35,000 for first place team event here at Roland Martin's, and they weigh in Saturday and Sunday from 3 to 5, and it's gonna be like 125, 150 boats. Big money up, big prizes up, and these guys are the best of the best on this lake. I didn't qualify for it. You and I are fishing it next year.
We're fishing it next year.
Yeah, we're fishing. We're gonna qualify for it.
I gotta do my Army thing this weekend.
Oh man, but is it this weekend?
It's this weekend.
But I'm telling you, if you guys want to watch it, you can go to RolandMartinMarine.com and watch the weigh-in. It's live, and you're not gonna be here this weekend.
I'm not gonna be here this weekend. I gotta do my Army thing.
Dang. Okay.
I gotta do my Army thing.
But
anyway. I would think to expect some pretty big weights from this weekend.
There's going to be 25-pound bags, 27-pound bags. I don't know.
I think. Do you think somebody? I think somebody will break a 30, but I don't think they'll do it again.
They haven't done it yet.
I think there'll be a 30 on one day.
I'll bet there'll be a 28.
You think there'll be a 28?
I think it's going to take 28 one day and 19 the next, and you won the Derby.
I could see that. I could see that. I'd be afraid of the guy that catches 25-10 one day and 25-12 the next day. I'd be afraid of that guy. That's what I like 3-day derbies, because then you can really see who's the people to worry about.
Yeah.
2-day derbies.
Now the thing is, the deciding factor is who figured them out outside of Lake Okeechobee in the ditches.
In the ditches, that would be huge.
I have not
in the ditches.
We have not had a lot of time on the lake together, but I've showed him as much possible stuff as I can, but I haven't shown him the ditches, and they're in the ditches.
In the ditches.
They're in the ditches. Okay, I'm gonna let you know a little nugget.
A little nugget in the ditches.
Nugget in the ditches. God, what was that guy's name? He won the 2000. He won the first FLW in history. His name was. You met him. You met him Friday night.
I'm terrible with names. I know the face. I'm terrible with names, but I know I could. If I was a sketch artist, which I'm terrible at drawing, it's gonna look like a stick figure, but I picture it in my mind. But if I seen the face, like I could draw the face for you right now and be like, "Yep, that's him."
God, I'm drawing a blank on him.
I'm drawing a blank too.
But he won the I don't know what year it was. It was way back when.
Dang.
We just talked to him.
We're over here insulting him too.
God,
not knowing his name.
Beep. His name is. His wife's gonna kill me. I can't remember her name either.
Oh gosh.
What the heck's his name?
What year was it?
The first FLW Forest Wood Cup. His name is Steve Daniels. God, Steve. I'm sorry.
Look it up.
Steve Daniels. Okay.
Steve Daniels.
Okay. And we're talking about the ditches. Steve Daniels didn't win. He won the FLW tour event here back in 1942. Sorry, Steve. But on a jerkbait, bomber long A, fishing the dynamite holes. And it was my first year on tour, and I met him and Debbie Daniels, and he was telling me about all these stories. Daniels, and he won that FLW Tour event or the championship, and the Forestwood Cup, and he won it on St. Clair Lake in Georgia. I hope this is right. We talked about it the other night, and everybody thought Dave Fritz was going to win this thing on a crankbait, and Steve Daniels won it with a jerkbait. He won $50,000, and he had Evinrude Ranger sponsorship all the way till, I don't know, 2015, 16, whatever. Stupid.
Wow.
Were you born when? 2003?
I was born in 99.
Damn, that was like way back when.
I know.
So he won it way back when, and he's still guiding here. Steve Daniels still guiding here. Still guiding. Roland Martin still guiding here at Roland Martin Marine, $1,500 a day. I'll charge you less than that. But you know what? We have a lot of great. Scott Martin's guiding here too.
We do. We got a lot of great guides here. Obviously, like.
Charlie Weir.
This is obvious. We're gonna ask them to book On the Hook.
Yeah,
we're gonna ask them to book On the Hook.
But we want you to go out with everybody, explore everything.
Explore a bunch of guides.
You want to eat a whatchamacallit, a Snickers, a Kit Kat, a Milky Way. Do it, because you know what? You only have so long on this planet. Go do it.
Go do it.
I'm actually booking him. I just booked him yesterday. He goes, "What do you mean you're booking me?" I'm like, "My client's gonna pay for me to go fishing with them, but he's guiding me." I'm like, "Dude, you're hooking everything. I'm gonna tangle up freaking everything on you. You have no idea. I'm gonna hit you in the back of the head."
He's gonna
I'm like, how come we're not catching fish, Ethan?
He's gonna break 2 rods, step on 3 guys.
Oh, heck yeah!
Grenade 4 reels. Like, this is gonna be the guide trip from hell for me.
That's in March. You can't have that day.
No, we're gonna have a good time. But as we said though, guys, if you do want to book a guide trip with us on the hook guide fishing, just our numbers are posted below. We'll post them below in this video. You can give us a call, or you can go on FishBooker and book a trip with us, or you can call Roland Martin Marine directly and book a trip with us. And we'd love to get you in the boat.
And if you have more than, like, we can handle 3 or 4. But you have big groups, we can take multiple boats.
So you can book, like, let's say you have
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. We can take care of you.
Exactly. Like, let's say you got just random numbers, 6 people. And we can put 3 in his boat and 3 in my boat.
Or 15.
Yeah, who cares?
We got us. We got Terry. We got freaking David. We got Michael. We got Jeff, George. We got a lot of people out here. We got them all here.
And the cool part is, once we take out from the ramp, we don't have to disperse. If everybody wants to stay together, we can all move as like a dang navy to the next spot, and everybody that you know. So if you want to come down for a bachelor's trip, if you want to come down for
bachelorette
trip, I don't care what you want to do. If you want to come down for whatever,
come down
and take a large group of people. We have a lot of guides here that can help take you out. Yes. We can all have a good time together where everybody's in sight distance of each other and everybody's in talking distance, and we can all catch the same
corporate
fish.
Trips.
Roland's
a lot of corporate trips. We can handle all the corporate trips. We've had 40, 50 guys, and we had like 17 boats go out. We've done it every year. I've been involved with that for the last 4 years. It's pretty awesome. Everybody's within shouting distance. We're all texting back and forth. We have a tournament. I'll let you know, I've won like 8 of them. I won't let anybody know that, but I've won like 8. I gotta win.
But all right, guys. So we're gonna close it out here. Like I said, You see it on our koozies up front. You see it on the hat up here. Talk and Tackle in Hickson, Tennessee.
Blue Note.
If you
1792.
If you ever want to order fishing products, whether it be line, reels, rods, baits, whatever, really give Talk and Tackle a shout out. They're guiding on Chickamauga. They have a lodge upstairs. You can book a lodge with them, and you can take a guide trip with those guys. Talk and Tackle, I cannot express enough about them. Mom and pop store, small business, support them as much as you can.
We're both in a Phoenix boat.
Best boat on the market today.
And then also I have my guys also help me out. Tackle Warehouse, amazing guys right here.
And then of course cast fishing.
Can't
talk enough good things about cast. I got some baits that are coming down here from Cast, by the way, here really soon. It's a topwater bait, and I'm gonna catch some bigs on it. I can't wait to show you guys.
And just let you know,
they got some really cool stuff. They got this real cool motto I really like. It's called Small Circle, Big Vision. They keep their circle small with the amount of people they support, or the amount of people they bring on with them. They support everybody. I worded that wrong. I'm sorry. but they keep their circle small, but they got a really, really big vision, and they're a small company too, and we love to support that.
And this is our boat.
Yeah, that's the boat.
That's the boat right there.
That's the boat.
That's okay?
That's
okay.
the boat. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the first episode of On the Hook podcast. Like I said, the numbers are below. If you want to book us, go on FishBooker, book us on there, or also call Roland Martin Marine directly with On the Hook guide service, and we'll get you guys on the boat. Cannot wait.
Or call us directly, right?
Or call us, yeah. Like I said, the numbers are down below.
Below, and you know what? We will help you any which way. Also, let you know we offer this. Nobody offers this on Lake Okeechobee, and hardly anybody offers it throughout the country. If you want to go on a guide trip and have instructional fishing after or before, we can do that.
Yes.
We can book 4, 6, 8 hours. If you want the instruction hands-on between Ethan Seitz and Charlie Weir, we will take you off the water and show you from A to B to C to Z and back.
Right.
Through your tackle, go through your tackle box. You bring your stuff down. We'll critique everything. I've been doing it for the last 2 or 3 months on Lake Table Rock, and it's been really big. Ethan said he's down for it. So if you guys want to get in a really super deep instructional, kind of like what's the company that does that? With all the pros, I'm drawing a blank. You gotta give a shout out.
I don't know.
You never seen that? Well, there's one of them out there. There's a couple of them out there.
Yeah, there'll be, but we're
gonna do that instruction hands on. If you guys have 2 or 3, 4 guys that want to come down and go fishing with us, we can go out, spend a half a day before, and break everything down to you. We can break down from patterns to structure to baits, to tackle, the rods, the reels, set. That's what I did with Sherry. I keep talking about Sherry. That's what I did with her up at Lake of the Ozarks. A couple other clients. It's pretty cool. And we will spend all day with you from sun up to sundown to do this. Costs a little bit, but you will learn fast. You're on the fast track with Inside Charlie Weir, and we will take care of you on the Hook podcast and onhookguidefishing.com.
Exactly. We can also, I'm a big electronics guy. I've helped you set up your electronics.
Please.
So if anybody needs help with electronics setup, like he just said about the instructional period, if you want some instruction on electronics, we got you. If you want some instruction on just about organization of your tackle for
that's what I do with Sherry.
Let's say, God forbid, you break off one and you got to tie up a Texas rig real quick. You got to find the peg, the weight, the hook, and the bait right now and go. And we can kind of help you with that because we've both fished tournaments. We fished a lot of tournaments, and we can help you and show you the organization side of bass fishing. And also if you guys want to further your business side of bass fishing, we can help you with the sponsors and stuff like that too.
Yep, we can help with that. We help promote your companies. We help promote everything.
Yep.
I mean, we have a world of knowledge on the hook guide fishing.
A lot of knowledge.
I mean, a world of knowledge.
A world of knowledge.
We have a world of knowledge, and we don't stop. We're sun up to sundown. I'm up at 4:30 every morning. Ethan's up at 4:30. We go fishing. That's what we do. That's our lives. That's what we love. That's our passion, and that's what we'll hook you up how we can. If you guys want to come out, come on out. Let's do some fishing. Let's make some friendships. See what we can do and have some fun.
Exactly. Let's make some friendships and share our passion with the people that want to book us and book a trip with us today.
Yep.
Love to get you guys in the boat. Like I said, numbers are below. You know how to get in touch with us. Love to get you guys in the boat. Thank you guys so much for paying attention, for watching this first podcast. Like I said, they'll be coming out on a weekly basis, so be watching out for these in the future. Thank y'all.
Have a good one. Take care.